Alrighty, time for another draft. We are still trying to go infinite, and we do so by drafting another Outlaws draft. This will not be our last job, but let's see what this card has to offer. I haven't played with or against it, which is usually a sign that the card is not very good. I think it's a fine card actually. It goes in the green-white deck. I do think the best cards in here are Journey and Desert Stew. I think Desert Stew is just one of the best commons for the Desert deck, which is my favorite at the moment. I'm still gonna pick Journey to Nowhere. It's a solid removal. It goes in many decks. Easy first pick. Alright, we get past two rares, both of which are not playing at a rare level. I do like 3 steps ahead. Counter magic is good, especially in a slow and dirty format. Dust Bowl, not really a card. It was a sweet card back then, but times have changed. Especially in Limited. I mean, it was never really playable in Limited. I'm pondering between 3 steps ahead and Derailment, and actually the Desert. I know this is a bit early to pick up deserts, but, well, I might as well, right? I think the counterspell plays at common level, and I do think I'll just pick most. Yeah, I'll pick most. I'll pick most deserts over commons. Let's put it that way. Okay, in here we do have the Baron. I had an insanely good deck with the Baron lately, with the 2/4 guy that sacks lands for treasures and cards. There are quite some combos, but you have to work quite hard to make this card viable. But I think it's good. It's good. Then there's the Lockpicker and Full Steam Ahead, which is good in the white-green deck. It's between the Baron and the Lockpicker, and since we're early in the draft, I think I want the Baron. This goes well with the Baron on both ends, but it's a bit early to take that card. Gem Lightfoot is excellent. We don't have any synergies with this either, but I think we can make it work. There's also Stitcher, being an excellent card, also working well with Baron. Maybe this could actually be a closer pick than I might think. Like, this isn't a great card in the Desert deck, while this card is always great. I'll try the Stitcher here. Get past another Gem Lightfoot. And Step Between Worlds. Well, that's not a limited card. Probably not a constructed card either. Maybe a vintage cube card. I don't know. Yeah, there's a Lullaby in here. People knowing my draft style know that I love cards like Lullaby, but I do think I'm gonna pick the powerful Uncommon over it. Drawing cards, yeah. Yeah, we're still on that train. I haven't changed my draft priorities much. That's the perfect pickup, right? Fixes our colors. We could be an Esper deck. We could also just be whatever. Good to see you, Jasper. It's been a while, but good to see you still around. There's a good desert. There's a good mana fixer. Well, not a great one, but a fine one, and a useless rare. I think I'm gonna pick the desert. Even though I'm not sure if we can make it work. Yeah, let's have another desert. I mean, if we open Cruel Ultimatum, we want to fix it, right? Other than that, I do like Bloodseeker, and I do think Breaches is fine. Oh yeah, that's true. Drawing cards. I actually don't love this card, but this could be a nice sideboard card, even though I haven't seen it really work out. Yeah, maybe it's just this one. I'm not sure. Drawing more cards. I don't think there's a, or I do think there's a limit on how much you can draw cards in this format, but it's on the slower end, so. Well, this works with card draw. This might be a sideboard card, actually. I mean, if you play against Villainous Wealth or Cruel Ultimatum, you might sideboard it in. This might even be a main deck card. Well, it looks like blue is fairly open. Or blue-white with a splash is what we're actually in at the moment. But we haven't seen much white, apart from the gold cards. Roxanne. How good is Roxanne? I'm not sure if it's good enough to go out of our way here. If we're mainly in blue-white, that probably means we want to try to pick up some flash stuff, so Black the Removal might be the best pick. I mean, we might be a splashy blue-white deck, but I don't think we can make Roxanne work at the moment. So yeah, let's take the removal. I also like Seeker, but we're not... I don't think we have enough white to make that work. And since we're already splashing black, we might as well just pick up the Investigator, which is an insanely good card. Especially if you have like other discard effects, we might get some in the Esper colors. Well, there's some good cards. I do like Fortune. I mean, we do have some cards that work well with it. Also, it's a 2/4. 2/4, it blocks well. I mean, this is fine, but it would be on the splash probably, so it's not a high priority, I think. Well, this, on the other hand side, is a very high priority. Good fixing is kinda rare in this format. Like, you do have the deserts, but everybody wants to pick them. They pick them highly because they just go in every deck. I mean, apart from that, I do like Medic, but I think Courtyard is an easy pick and a very good one. I do like Phantom Interference. There are spots where it's not at its best, like against Plot, but if you have cards like Gem Lightfoot, I think it's a very serviceable card. I think it's better than the Sheriff in a deck like this, even though we're not looking like we're a deck that goes wide and has lots of creatures, so Phantom Interference it is. I'm a huge fan of Shepherd, by the way. It's also a pretty good card with Fortune. There are other good white cards, but I do think the Shepherd is where I want to be. I like Path to Exile in a deck like this. I also like Blast, but I think Path might just be better. It's like not very good in the early turns, and it's not good in every matchup, but against the green decks, where you can like kill a 5 or 6 drop, it's pretty decent. I don't have too many early blockers as well, so this loses some value. You have Steer Clear, Take the Fall, and Spire Bluff. I don't think we will splash for red, but we might if we open a good card. Lawbringer could be decent if we get like medics and or tokens. I think I'm just gonna pick up this one. Getting Frontier Seeker is pretty sweet, especially now that we have lots of white cards. And it works really well with Fortune. So yeah, there we go. I also like Keykeeper. It's a good card. Yeah, the set is insanely good, Jasper. Really love it. This one. Wow. Getting the medic that late is insanely good. Like, it works with the Baron, it works with Lawbringer. It's just a good early play. Is it really possible nowadays to go infinite? Well, that's what we're trying to find out. I think it is possible, but it's not very easy. I mean, with each draft you have to either open up some good money rares, which we have not for this and the last few drafts, or you just have to 3-0, which will be possible with a deck like this, but it's not gonna be easy. Well, that's a weak pack. You have to have a really high win rate to do so. I had a streak of 20 match wins in the last set, so I think I'm still pretty infinite on Magic Online by drafting, but yeah, you have to have good runs. Yeah, I think it's just a land for us, unfortunately. Another really weak pack. I'm not looking to splash this, even though I do have some legends. I'm not a huge fan of Holy Cow, but I guess it kinda works with Gem and like blockers on the ground. Let's see. I don't think we have enough to make that work. We could pick up Shoot the Sheriff. Yeah, maybe we're rather a black-white deck with a splash blue than the other way around, so yeah, let's just pick up this. Get another Lawbringer. So now with both of the Lawbringers and the Baron, we're really trying to get some tokens into that deck. Like Phantom Interference would be fine. But yeah, let's see. Wow. Those are two very good removal spells. And so at this point I'm just white-black. The question is, do I want Marauder? Because Marauder is also very good, but I don't have anything that works with it. Like, I don't have any self-mill. Glamour is also very good. Let's check the... I mean, we do have a few deserts, so it's gotta be Desert Dew. Yeah, so it's the Glamour here. I do like the Glamour, and we do have some good stuff to blink. Not sure if we actually play these. Double Mourner Surprise. Interesting, because none of them is foil. Yeah, I'll just pick up some more fixing, like... I'll get enough playables somehow. This pack is rather empty. I think the Pete is fine in this deck. It also has an ETB effect, which is nice with like Fortune and stuff. I would love to get some tokens, but... or more medics. Yeah, I'll just have another 2. I think it's still better than the Sheriff. I don't love Skullduggery in this format. I don't love Cow either. And I think 1 Hindering Light is probably enough, but we might want a second one for the sideboard. Yeah, maybe this is a fine card for this deck. Townsfolk has been fine. Oh, Glamour. Ooh. Well, that's a perfect pickup as a last pick. Like, both of those parts are very relevant for our deck. Like, the token enables Lawbringer, enables the Baron. I think I would play up to 3 probably of this card. I think it's that good. So let's see. Not sure about the card draw just yet. Not sure about the Hindering Light. I think we do want Phantom Interference. I want the Armadillo. This might be fine, but I don't want to run it main. So those are all very good. I do like those cards. This might just be the main deck. Not sure about Double Key Keeper, but I think it's good enough. We have lots of removal, so I think like one of the card draw spells might actually be good for this deck. I think Plan the Heast might actually be better. I mean, we just need single blue to play this. I think it might be better than the second Keykeeper. Yeah, I like this. I think it's It's pretty good. So now here comes the tricky part, building a mana base. So with 5 planes, we do have 9 white sources, which I like. Then we have like 6 black sources. I would like 7 if possible. Yeah, like Morning Surprise and Shoot the Sheriff are not cards we need early. Like this, we only have 4 blue sources. Also would like to have a 5th. I do think we need to cut the archway. I think we really need the colored mana, and well, actually we could use the extra mana from archway. Let's see. We might also just cut the peat because it's double black, and cut the swamp and play another beekeeper. This seems better, yeah. This looks fine. Yep. Let's see if this works out. I like the deck quite a bit. And we also have a good sideboard, like I do love the Hindering Lights. They're not blue enough to make Commandeer work, but if you've ever countered like Cruel Ultimatum or like one of the other X spells with Hindering Lights, you know how valuable it can be. I haven't drafted too many non-green decks, but this one looks alright. Kinda like it. We are on the draw. And this is actually a deck that I would put on the play, which is rare for me, but I think I still would. That's a pretty decent hand on the draw. Like with a hand like this, I'm actually happy to be on the draw. I don't love Path to Exile in starting hands, just because you don't want to give your opponent lands early on, but it's still a very, very good removal spell. So the thing is, we need a straight 3-0 to profit from this draft. Like, we haven't opened any money, anything valuable. So if we go 2-1 and just win 3 packs, that gives us like an EV of -3 ticks. And we're already down 2 ticks, but I mean, you just have to spike once to have like plus 30 tickets or something. Need to open one of the money rares. Which there are some, like Slick Shot is still 30 tickets, which is very high for a rare. It's also a good card, I guess. Let's keep those. Opponent's already down like 3 minutes of the clock within their first turn. Wonder what they're doing. Like, they're not double queuing, but oh, whatever. More removal. We do have an abundance of removal in this deck, which I think is pretty good in this format. Like, there are some really unfair rares. I also do like that this one handles non-land permanents. It's always good to have an out to Oko or like good enchantment or a sword. But we don't need good cards. Like, if our opponent continues like that, we will just win by timing them out. And I mean, our deck is slow. We're playing against green with a handful of removal. This is gonna take forever. That's a good card. It's even an outlaw. Yeah, I think that's an easy journey to nowhere. Next turn, if we don't draw another land, we might just play this on an average target. Just to get deeper into the deck. Paladin. Well, that's gonna be a good target for this or this. It's a pretty cool pickup. I mean, we need lands at some point, but with a hand full of removal, we're actually fine waiting. Opponent might also just flood out. Menace and Haste. Hmm. I could just path to exile this, but maybe I should. Like, they have only 3 cards left, and they have like a lot of mana. Might just kill the enchantment here, it's kinda scary. The thing is, we don't have another solution to like another big outlaw. I mean, we still have the Keykeeper. And we also draw a card, so... It's also good to get some tempo on the table, draw another card. Do you have anything that cares about crimes? There might be, so... Opponent's on 17 minutes on the clock. As I said, this might be one of those games. Okay. This is not an outlaw, but I think a creature we can easily handle. Like, we can trade for Lawbringer, for example. Yeah, that's unfortunate. But it happens. It happens if you run greedy 3 or 4 color decks, like I usually do. The thing is, I cannot tap this down, right? Because it's a mount. We can race it, or we can kill it, but I think we'll keep this one. If they try to fight something, we kill it, but... That's pretty good. I think we're just gonna kill this one, end of turn. If they have protection, well, okay, they just concede. We might at least tap it. So we're playing against red-green monsters. We haven't seen any removal, so we don't need Hindering Light. This is fine against a deck without much removal and big guys. But it's black, and we don't have much black, so yeah. Did we just draw 3 of our 4 blue cards last game? I mean, this could be a thing, but again, it's on the splash. I don't think... And I think in this matchup we're actually fine on the draw. Like, we have infinite remove for their big guys. We want to get ahead on cards. Also, Investigator is good on the draw against them. Let's see, how much are those cards really worth? Maybe half a tick? Maybe not even that much. Depends on how much Investigator is worth. Like, this might be 10 cents or something. Yeah. We desperately need that 3-0. But as I said, the deck is fine. We could get there. It has, like... I don't think it really has a card that plays on a rare level. Like, Investigator is very good, but I guess could also be like an uncommon. Path to Exile was an uncommon and still plays out at that power level. And Fortune... I don't know. Could be an uncommon as well, if you ask me. It's probably too complicated to be an uncommon, or like as a rare effect, but it's a very good card. It also has some decent synergies in this deck. Perfect, we have blue mana. I think we probably just lead with the blue land, trying to set up interference for turn 2. And then... yeah, we have different good options. Opponent keeps on 7. I do think the matchup is very good against them. Like, they have big creatures, we have cheap removal. We do have some card advantage engines. Pull ahead, I think, unless they have like Crackle with power could be good against us. Some X spells, but I think we're probably just fine against the red-green deck. Also, by the way, on the topic of what your win rate has to be in order to go infinite, I think there was like, I think Goatbots had a calculator, right? You can calculate it here. So we're playing draft leaks. Yeah, we play draft leaks. Let's say we have, I mean, we 2-1 the first draft, so we have a win percentage of 66. So we would on average make 2.5 picks per league. Yeah, if we open something at some point. Okay. This is fine. We're just gonna play this one on turn 2. Like, phantom interference is at its best when you can counter like a 4 or 5 drop, so it's also a good curve filler. But yeah, it sometimes just sucks against plot especially, or against like decks that are on the cheaper side that can play around it. Like for example, if I just say go here on my turn 3 and they plot the 5-4, that's not great for us. But like we do not have another play anyway, so it doesn't matter. Adler is also fine, like we will probably just offer the trade at some point, because yeah, maybe playing the Townsfolk first and then, because we're kind of restricted on mana. Okay. I wouldn't mind drawing another land here at some point, but I guess we're not in a hurry. I mean, we could block and try to meddle with their combat tricks. They might have another one if they discard one. But I think it's just much safer to wait until we have Townsfolk up. And then, like, get them with the tricks or counters. So we're just not gonna block here. Hopefully counter something to catch up on tempo. Like the 3-3 that attacks with a 3-1. Yeah, that's a perfect target. But it looks like they're also screwed. I mean, if we find the 4th land and can start to play Getaway Glamours targeting Investigator, that's probably quite good against them. Investigator is just such a good card in our deck. Like, we do have blink effects, we do have raise dead effects, we have the vampire that profits off the tokens. We do have, yeah, like the 2-4 rare that blinks it. There's just a whole lot going on. This also triggers off the peddler and like red discard effects. It's a very good card. Maybe it's better than an uncommon, to be honest. All right. I'll grab a drink and be back for round 2. Alright. Round 2. Similar draw like we had in round 1. A hand that really profits from going second again. Like maybe I should just put myself on the draw. But it's also like a matchup dependent thing. Against blue decks, I'm not sure if I want to be on the draw. That's a very good pickup. Like, I do have a hand full of instants. Looks like Gen be pretty decent there. Also feel like this is a matchup where Hindering Lights could come in if they are like base blue-black. And they're playing for the trophy, they're 2-0. That means they must have a somewhat nice deck. Okay. Is this a must kill? I think we'll save the deserts too. They might have some juicier targets and the 1-2 flyer doesn't do that much against Gen, but it's close. Like if they don't have a turn 3 play, I might just kill it. Keep up with tempo. Not sure yet. Yep, that's a better target. Keykeeper is fine here. Like he probably won't need path, but if they have removal on Keykeeper, we might just path our own guy. Not sure. They pass the turn with full mana up. I'm pretty sure they do have a removal here. But I mean, I think we have to play to the board, and it's better to play our spell now if they have Phantom Interference so they don't get the 2-2. And I mean, if this somehow sticks, probably just win from there. Okay, that's actually more than fine. And I think now it's just passing the turn. Drawing more cards. What could they have? They could have like the 2-2 vampire that kills something that took damage. They could have like a +2/+0 that returns that thing. In that case it would be great to have the tether. I think with the removal I have, it's probably fine to block. I don't have a fast effect, so I think I wanna play Tether now. On the 4/4. I mean, I could also just kill the Raven, but at this point I'm pretty sure they do have the vampire that kills something that took damage. Ooh. So what did they bounce? The Rope Master and... yeah. They just targeted the Rope Master. But they did have the vampire, as I thought. So that's actually not that bad. Is an assassin an outlaw? Probably is, right? Yeah, it is. It should be. It's a criminal after all. Is the Rope Master a criminal? I actually don't know. The bird was not a criminal. They have 2 cards left. One of them is the 4/4. I'll probably just play it, right? Okay. I mean, I could just trade off those. Then Path to Exile the 4/4. Yeah. Seems fine. I wish we could sack the tethers. It's a rogue, yeah. Do I just path now? I don't think so. Wait. I think I do want the path. Get in some damage. They are straight blue-black. No greedy deck. Just fair magic, as it seems at the moment. Let's draw something good. It's not bad. It's not great either. If I draw another desert, this gives me another turn on the clock. Murder, huh? Ooh, that's a good one. Is Gem Lightfoot the best one? Yeah, it sure is. Looks like Shoot the Sheriff is a card that could go out. Like, what do they have? They have the Raven And the Drake, yeah, and the Frogo. I mean, I could just kill it now, but I don't think I have to. I think I'll just attack with Lightfoot without the help of the Merce, because then he cannot freely attack into it. And I'm gonna draw a card here. Like, drawing a card is important. And this... Nah, that's fine. Getting another card seems decent. Ooh, that's good. It's a pretty good card as well. Also one that I don't really want to target. So the thing is, now they could attack and trade for the mercenary. Like, if they shrink Lightfoot, they would get their campaign back. So I'll just shoot the frog. And then I might also just kill the campaign. Like now I do want to attack for 4. I could also just kill the Desperado, like... This might just be the better thing to do. Like, they could get it back if they top deck, but then they will not be able to block. Yeah, this seems better. So I have a journey, and it seems good. Step 1. Okay. Like, they still need a removal here. Like, something else doesn't do it. That's not good enough. That's still 7 damage. Did I find something? Oh, wow. Like, still, they're going down to 1. They can surveil, yes, but... But yeah, they had a good sequence of draws. That's probably it, right? Like, they need double removal here to survive. Right, whew, that was closer than expected, but we got there. So, not sure about Shoot the Sheriff, but we still have enough targets. I don't like Path to Exile against them. I think Hindering Light is better. I think Medic is good enough just because of those. Also still like Seeker, but I feel like Keykeeper doesn't do enough against them. So we might just bring in Hindering Light and a Kartos spell. I do like those, like Glamours, because like blinking the stuff is very good. Now, I do think I need extra blue mana, and it's probably time for Archway to go. Like, I just sideboarded 3 blue cards. I think I need to swap planes with another island. Because now I have like more blue cards than black cards. And the game will go long, so we will find the white mana as well. There's a lot of good cards in here, but I think we can do it. It's better. I think this is somewhat important. I think it's the Glamour here. We don't have any ETB synergies. I think Medic is very good. Medic is very good with the Baron and like overall. Ooh, it's a pretty decent card. I have a very good deck. Take the fall. Good to remember this one. You're gonna be drawing lots of cards this game. That's for sure. It's a decent one. It's not that great against campaign, like, but wait. We play the Baron first. Then we get a token. Yeah, that's gonna add up. I feel like Baron could be quite important this game, so I think I'm gonna try and protect it with Hindering Light. Yeah. Well. Might take another turn. Maybe I can just cycle one of the Hindering Lights, but like them cycling there, or like replaying their campaign over and over again, it's kind of a problem. I think I'll just gonna counter that. Hopefully draw an untapped land so I can play Baron and protect it. Yeah, that works. I mean, I'm gonna take quite a bit of damage here. Maybe I can recoup some of it later on. Not gonna attack with Medic, so they don't have a free attack with Splasher. I think we need to counter this time. Campaign is just so ridiculously good in this matchup and in this deck. Yeah, this game is over. Do you have any way on interacting with the enchantment? Hey, Valwell. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you. I think it's fine as is. I cannot sideboard here. I think I need to play first this matchup. And somehow be faster than the campaign. Yeah, not like this though. The set is great, yeah. Love it. Now we might just set up a turn where we can Lawbringer their campaign. No, they would have played it pre-combat, I guess. But we can kind of set up the Lawbringer. Yeah, okay, that works as well. What are the odds of us finding planes with Seeker? Not great, I guess. So let's just draw 2 cards instead. Yep, that works. Stitcher is not at its greatest against them. They have bounce. Here's the campaign. At least we don't have a creature to target. So we might just be able to snipe it, to be honest. What's the play here? I mean, I would somehow like to snipe that campaign, but I don't think that'll work. Maybe this is the best play, because it's not just free to bounce for them. But we need lands here. Okay, they discard the bounce, that's good for us. This campaign though. Ooh. Lucky me. How do you play this? I think we'll just pass the turn. Try to snipe something with interference. If we don't, we just crack the clue. Yeah, sure. Yeah. It's good. They get to drain us for 1. No big deal. Attack for 2 more. Like we have 5 cards, they have 3. We also have a clue. We should be fine here. So many options. We could plot this one. We could also just attack and kill their board. I'll attack. They'll not block. I mean, they do. Fine. And then I think I'm gonna play Townsfolk and Journey on the Flyer. If they waste their removal on Townsfolk, that's fine with us. We have to kill the snake, I think. I mean, we do have another removal, if we need one. Could have the bounce here, which would be good. I have this bounce. Or it's actually fine. Just gonna offer the trade here. We just need to pay attention so the snake doesn't snowball. Then we should be fine. Hindering Light would be a good top deck at some point. It's also pretty decent. Getting back the medic. And then having something to sack here. Perfect. I hope they don't have Phantom Interference. If they do, at least they don't get a token out of it. I feel pretty safe. I'm not gonna attack because of Bronco. I think it's really all about the campaign, actually, in this matchup. I mean, they could still have, like, Archive Trap, something like that, but... Okay. They do have a somewhat nice attack here, especially if they have a trick. Works as well, I guess. Island. Don't care much about Island. It's a nice turn. All the triggers. A real delight. Another good one. Good. I think I'm gonna offer the trade here. Like, if they draw a campaign and this one still lives, they get an extra card out of it, so... I'm also just fine growing this one. Like, we have lethal on board. Alright. On to the finals. Too free. Too free for the tiger. I mean, the deck is really good. I still wonder if I should be on the draw with this deck. I mean, it has lots of removal and is kind of mana intensive. It's a bit of a matchup catch-up thing. I mean, I've always been on the draw now, and I won most of my games on the draw. Maybe I should just put myself on the draw. As usual, it's my comfort zone, having the extra card and kind of a free mulligan. Well, we just keep on losing every die roll, so we don't even get to choose. You hate what? Going second? Losing die rolls? Magic overall? Going second. Oh, come on, Valuel. Your name has the word value in it. How can you not like to go second? Like this hand, it's... Well, I'm not actually sure if this is a keep. How many black sources do we run? Like 6, I think? Yeah, come on. We're greedy. You don't need outside assistance. Well, my cards kind of do as well. Let's go swamp. It's no swamp. Not drawing black here kinda hurts. Let's be honest about it. Maybe this was just a mulligan. This card is also insanely good in this spot. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, now we're talking. Let's just hope they don't have phantom interference here. Can I actually attack here? No counter, no removal, no anything, please. This could actually be the perfect Cruel Ultimatum deck. Opponents running, like, turn 5 Cruel Ultimatum, let's go. I'm surely not gonna block here. I mean, this attack probably just means they don't have Cruel Ultimatum, so... Wait. What was that? Desperation +2/+0? Okay. No time for magic for you, Valuel? You should you should give this set a try. It's really cool to draft. You will like it. It's slow, it's dirty, it's grindy, and there's an open next week. So they didn't even play the mountain that's exiled. It's kind of strange. What are they doing? Somewhat suspicious. Like, what's going on here? No time, Noel. That's sad. Just imagine I get Cruel Ultimatum now, discarding those 3 cards. Okay. Guess this is fine. They're gonna kill the Baron here. It's gonna be back. It's gotta be back. Like this? Really? Well, sure. Do they have another one? Alright. Yes. Or do I? I mean... Yeah, I guess I'll just exile this guy. Let the Baron live. Put them to 6. Zero cards in hand. Well, what could possibly go wrong? I've seen enough. Yeah, I actually had Lethal on board if I played this guy first, but it didn't really matter. So there Grixis. Kind of afraid of Cruel Ultimatum. I mean, it's a rare, but I don't want to lose to it. Maybe it's just this switch again, right? Those and this, and then cut. It's for 2 islands. I think I feel much safer against Grixis if I have 2 hindering lights. Versus I don't have any, so... I think that's a fine hand. Down to 5 cards. Yeah. Could be decent. I mean, never say never, but this looks quite good. I've seen this card really pop off with like some good crime payoffs, but I'm not that worried just yet. This, on the other hand side, is a card I do respect. Have they left up the blue mana? I'm not even sure if I would target this one because there's the 1 mana trick. But with a red open, I think it's pretty safe to just kill this one. I think the easiest way for me to lose this game is like if they have a big spell. Like, I'm gonna say it again, a Cruel Ultimatum. Or a Crackle with Power, or whatever. I think that's probably a safe bet. Next turn, Slamming Gem. Okay. He's a real criminal over there. That's for sure. They're gonna attack now, which they should, by the way. I think I would not block because of the vampire. I mean, like this, I'm gonna block. But I mean, I have seen the vampire, so just attack before you play that stupid thing, and I probably just won't block. Ooh, Loyal Steed. Yeah, let's just get rid of the big guy. Okay. I'm feeling safer and safer and safer here. Like, we have everything we need, except for a Hindering Light, maybe, but I don't think there's a card for 4 mana that gets him back. I mean, yeah, if they have the vampire here, like, or the plus, yeah, I don't even care about this one, that's fine. This could give them double Cruel Ultimatum. I think I'm just gonna play some cards here. Those are both pretty good. This is a human rogue. Is Shoot the Sheriff still good enough? Probably don't need it, but the glamour is fine. I have 1 card left. Like, there are some good multicolored cards. Could just kill this one. I think I'll do that. Do this. attack for 8. Then plan to draw some more cards. Then get 7 boosters. They're still fighting. All right, here we go. Going infinite with a 80% win rate so far. Not bad. Let's see. How much did we make here? We paid 120 plate points. We didn't open anything good, like value-wise. But who needs value anyway? When you have an 80% win rate. Humble brags. $19 ticks probably. Yeah, 19 ticks. So that's a +7 for us here. So that moves us to a record of 5-1 and a balance of +5, which is not infinity by any means, but hey, it's a good start. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.